What's behind the mask? When interacting socially, you sometimes it's almost as if you can see what people think, and it is kind of displayed on their face. And then, if you already kind of saw a person and you both know each other, it's almost then, if you then recognize each other, it's as if you can see the transition, if you would record it or could record it in slow-mo, from basically the normal, let's call it the default state, to then a transition, which then is kind of the social mask being put on. So what is the science behind this? I just recorded this question with ChatGPT Whisper mode, and let's see what it says. I will just read because, well, ChatGPT is smarter than me anyway, so it does not make much sense to try to put it in my own words and make it seem as if I do know this. What you are describing is a real and well-studied set of microphenomena in social neuroscience, psychology, and behavioral biology. The mask is not metaphorical only. It's a dynamic modulation of face musculature, body tension, and attentional signals when two nervous systems recognize each other. Let's break it down scientifically. 1. Default phase versus social phase. Resting phase, default state. The baseline muscular tonus of the face when not actively engaged. It reflects low-intensity autonomic activity, sometimes called neutral affect. Social mask. Social phase, mask. Once social interaction begins, the brain recruits more motor programs via premotor cortex, mirror neuron systems, basal ganglia, to align outward expression with social goals, smiling, eyebrow raises, attentional gaze. The shift is the mask being put on, an adaptive interface between internal state and external display. 2. Micro expressions and transitions. The change you describe, visible if slowed down, is often 200 to 500 milliseconds in latency. Micro expressions, Ekman and Friesen, 1969, are fleeting expressions 1/25th or 1/25th to 1/5 of a second that leak underlying effect before the social mask stabilizes. You're catching the in-between moment. The brain hasn't yet fully aligned the expression with the socially appropriate signal, so you glimpse the raw effect. 3. Neural circuitry. Amygdala rapidly appraises recognition, friend or stranger. Fusiform gyrus, never heard this before, and superior temporal sulcus handle face recognition and gaze detection. Prefrontal cortex engages almost immediately to regulate expression, aligning it with norms. Smile when you recognize someone. Mirror neuron systems prime both parties, leading to synchronous adjustment. You both put on the mask in response to each other. This cascade takes place within 0.5 to 1.5 seconds. Why it feels transparent. Your brain has hyper-tuned prediction machinery, theory of mind, predictive coding. When you anticipate that someone should look like upon recognition, what someone should look like upon recognition, you overlay expectation on the micro transition. That's why it feels like you can see behind the mask. You're perceiving the unpolished milliseconds plus your